Well, good morning. Join me this morning back on banks and local river ouse. It's last Friday of my week off. I've come back to where me and Charlie fished yesterday, but I'm predominantly going to fish the whip today. I bought with me some wheat. I've got a feeder line set up where I've put about 15 Guru bait up feeders out, mainly packed with castor and dead maggot. Like I say, I mainly just want to fish the wheat today, so I bought me, well, I used the 9-metre whip system yesterday. This is actually the CP200 6-metre version. Now it's exactly the same, bar one thing: the top kit is actually top 3 telescopic. So your 4, 5 and 6 are put together, where on the other one, that's your top 5 is telescopic, then everything else is put together. But one absolute brilliant feature on this is clean caps. On the 4 and the 5 you've got some clean caps, which I think is just a nice little added touch. So should there be an incident and you drop anything in, that's going to float up. So I reckon that's an absolute brilliant addition. Simple but brilliant. So like I say, predominantly I'm going to be fishing the wheat. So I've got some wheat there. I'll pick that up. There we go. See the bait tray. I've got some wheat there. I did this a few days ago, to be honest, and just keeps nice. Also on the bait tray there, as you can see, we got a ground bait. That is Pro Natural dark with a little bit of Special G green and some brown crumb. But also I've put a liberal helping of the Bait Tech Pro Natural roach liquid in there, so it's got quite a aroma to it. Also on the tray there we've got some dead maggots, got some chopped worm castor, got some live maggots, and that's it. Simple as simple does. So the feeder, 12-foot number 2, 6-pound shock leader, 5-pound main line. Just a simple 30-gram cage feeder, size 16 MXB3 hook. And on here I'm fishing a 4-gram whip waggler. I've got 4-pound main line, 012 bottom down to a size 16 hook, 3.5 gram Olivet, locked in place with a few number 8s and a couple of number 8 droppers. And that's as simple as that. As soon as I got here, I fed a couple of pagefuls of wheat. So let's see what occurs. Every now and again I'm just going to put in 6 or 8 bits of wheat just in front of the float, because what I noticed yesterday, even though it wasn't moving, the bait was sort of, it wasn't going straight down. It looked as though it was sort of falling away from me a little bit. Totally different to yesterday as well. I mean, yesterday was overcast, then it came out as bright, and now it's bright already. I'm only going to be fishing till about 2:30. Got things to do, and I'm toying with the idea of doing an overnight session on the channel. Because of how warm it's going to be, if the fish are going to feed, I think they're going to feed either last thing at night or first thing in the morning. So that's on my mind to do. I'll have a think about that through the day. I mentioned it to Sal, and bless her, she's absolutely brilliant. She doesn't mind me going fishing. She knows that's what I love doing. And she said, you just do whatever you got to do. She said, I'm not worried. So I think David Tennant must be coming round again tonight. You never know. But yeah, so I'll leave that feeder line. Charlie's on his way. He's just phoned up and he said, would you like a Greg's sausage roll or a steak slice? Well, it's Friday, shouldn't really, but I'm going to have a Greg's sausage roll. He's a good old boy. Like I say, so it can take a while to build your swim up anyway, but I thought, you know, I've fed a couple of pagefuls. I thought I'll just go straight out on it just to see if there's anything there. Might be some skimmers there, some little hybrids, silver bream. Hopefully might get a few roach. I'm about an inch off the bottom, and those are, you know, it's very similar when you're fishing the hemp, is when you fish for the wheat for roach, that you're looking at it, you're going to have to come off the bottom. You know you're going to have to come off the bottom. But the beauty of this whip waggler, all my weight is down the line. I've just got it locked in place with 2 float stops either side, so it's really easy to change the depth. Absolute gorgeous morning. By God, it's going to be a scorcher today. There's an indication. Oh, bumped him. And that could have been the fact that that fish was actually up in the water and it's ran into the line. So with how warm it's been the last couple of days, it's going to be, like I say, it's going to be a bit of a scorcher today. The fish ain't going to be on the bottom. Might be able to sort of get a few on the feeder on the bottom, just at the bottom of the shelf there, because that is a natural feeding habitat. Plus as well, there's a lot of boat moorings round and about the area. Oh, there's a fish. And these, you know, the fish get used to being fed off the boat. And there you go. First fish. And what a fish. Absolutely beautiful roach. Put that down there a minute. Look at that beautiful roach. Oh, in the net. Never mind. We'll get a few more. I just want to show you this whip waggler. Then I'm going to carry on. Just so you can see what I mean about locking it in place. So these are actually made by Bennett Sports. So it's part of their Silverlight range. Like I say, this is a 4 gram, comes with a red and a yellow tip. But got it just locked in place there. A couple of line stops either side. Them are the small Guru line stops, and that's perfect. You don't need no shot round this float because you want it down the line. So when you flick it out, the weight goes out and the float follows it. Ian and Adrian, I saw them using these a couple of years ago, and I had a go myself, and I've watched them both do it. And I mean, they're masters at fishing the whip on the ouse, and I've watched them do it, and it is just an awesome way of fishing. Probably, yeah, get away with the conventional float today, but it's just nice and handy. I like it. Like I say, for the simple thing, it's nice and simple. I'm going to worry about anything. It's all wrapped right in the top. It's all wrapped around the top a little bit. Like I say, you don't go and worry about anything. It can just follow the bait straight out. And it does the job. Again, it's something simple that's been designed. I mean, whip wagglers are not knotted a little bit, so we'll put another loop in that. You know, whip wagglers are not a new thing, but the Silverlight range that they also do some loaded ones, but the whole Silverlight range that they developed right the way through, carp floats, wagglers, everything, it's awesome. There we go. So all I've got on there is just a little whip connector with a sleeve, and that will push up over the top. Get that little bit of line off. There we go. telescope that back out, and I'm probably tangled in the pads now. It just shows it's live. There's no editing there. It's all gone peaked on. But there you go. Just show you the swim quickly. Whip waggler's just cocked. You can see that sits absolutely perfect. There's a bite there. So all I do is just flick it out, all of that goes out. Whip waggler just follows it out, hold it. Cocked. Beautiful. I mean, they do them in light sizes. They do them even heavier than what I've got here. You know, this is a 4. I believe you can get 5, and even heavier. So like I say, real windy conditions, these come into their own. I'm going to see if we can get 1 or 2 more fish. Charlie will be here in about half an hour. Just enjoy the day. There's a bite. The beauty of the wheat is, plus it's a hardy bait. You can have several strikes and it won't come off. It's on the bottom now. That's it. There we go. Oh. Basically, like the hempfish, you get a lot of bites. You've just got to try and read the bites and know which ones you've got to hit. I mean, my dad always told me that the bites to hit are the ones when the float slowly goes under as if it's dragging on bottom. Little indication there. That fish is on. No, it's not. It's just running with the bait a little bit. So I know I'm going to have to shallow off. Beauty feeding just in front of the float as well. There's always that chance that you might be able to get them just a little bit closer as well. Especially when you shallow up. There's some fish there. So I think we were really surprised yesterday the amount of fish that were actually in front of us. So we'll keep building this swim up, and hopefully we'll get them into a bit of a frenzy and we'll start catching 1 or 2 fish. So I'll catch up with you in a bit, and hopefully, go on, are you going to take it? No? Are you going to take it? I think I'm going to shallow up 6 inches. So there we go, small fish. So I'm going to shallow up 6 inches now. Top of sun cream up in about an hour. See if we can't catch some fish. So I'll catch up with you in a bit. And Charlie, hurry up with that sausage roll. Go on, Bobby. Here we go. Beautiful hybrid. Beautiful fish. Skimmer. Thought I'd have a quick go on the tip before it got too warm. Nice skimmer. Fishing treble caster. So I want to concentrate mainly on the whip. So I thought, just give it. Old Charlie's just rocked up, so I thought, well, I'll just give it half hour on tip. After I put all that bait in, just to see if there's anything there. I'm fishing treble caster. Just putting in chopworm caster in the feeder. And that's it. Simple, it's simple, 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 simple. Just keep loose feeding a bit of wheat while sat on the tip. So you just got the old tip off the water just there. Couple of swans. Just alive with fish again. Absolutely alive with fish. I'll throw some maggots in there. It's just alive. You might not be able to see it, but if I hold my Polaroids there, throw some maggots in. It's alive with fish. Absolutely alive. There's a bite. Got a good tinge of colour to the water. It's ever so funny, those two swans in the Signet have just come round the corner and they're just hot footing it because there's two more with a couple of Signets down there. So I'm only going to fish this for about half hour. So I know there's some skimmers on the whip line. I just wanted to see if I could pick up a quick bonus fish over the top of all that bait I put in, before the old current bun gets up too high. Well, here's Mother, just about to clear them off. Which roughly translated was "gear off my land." The old wheat toe going in. have another one. Stay hydrated. Keep covered up. I mean, it might seem a bit funny, you know, we've probably got knocking up 30-degree heat, got a t-shirt on, I've got long sleeve underneath, I've got double amount of sun cream on, always wear a hat. It isn't worth the risk. It isn't worth the risk at all. You know, for years I've probably sat, I'll do it at work, short sleeve. The thing is, it's not now, it's in later in life. I can remember watching the Danny Fairbrass Corder video that he did. Now, if you want to see anything that sort of shock to the system about covering up in warm weather, then that's the one to watch. It does hit home a little bit. So I nearly said Craig Fairbrass then, but he's an actor. But yeah, that's a quite a poignant video to watch, really. So yeah, I mean, this is a Bait Tech long sleeve, but I've got a couple of cheap ones from Tesco's. You can get some companies do some as well, which are almost like climber calls, but it's just a case of keeping yourself covered up. Or if need be, get the old bolly up. My mate Charlie up there, he'll be wearing a pair of shorts again today. He'll pay for it, even though he's doubled up on the old sun cream, and it just ain't worth it. I mean, I've got bib and brace on, got tracksuit trousers underneath. Better be safe than sorry. Well, that's Steve's public service announcement done for today. Oh, skimmer.
That's what me and Mum's partner called Marlene.
What's that?
We say she started out as a little boy, they cut her winky off, and now her name's
Beautiful fish. Nice rod. Is that pike again? Nice fish, Charlie. think I just evaded the pike then.
Hey?
I think I might have just evaded the pike. Beautiful morning's fishing. Caught a few on the tip and also caught on the whip. They went off on the wheat, so I put some ground bait in. Now I'm just fishing maggot over the top. Charlie's also catching some roach and some skimmers and little hybrids on the whip. It's lovely fishing. Let's get it down a bit. Skimmer. Don't know what you're going to catch when that float goes under. Could be anything. Little skimmer like that. 1 4 5 ounces, 1/2 a pound. Could be a roach, could be a rod. What you got, Charlie?
Nice one.
Good old boy. Yeah, it's almost getting a little bit too hot for me. Lovely roach. So catch a couple more fish, then put the net to dry, and that will probably be me. Beautiful. There we go. Lovely morning on the ouse. A few skimmers. Got some nice roach. Some chunky rudd as well. All in all, it's been absolutely brilliant. Say some hybrids. It's been great fishing. On the whip, mainly caught most of them all on the wheat. I did have a few on the feeder. Look at that lovely roach catch on the wheat, beautiful. It's been great. A couple of days down here on the ouse, and hopefully if you get out, you can catch a few like this yourself. So I'll catch you next time on the bank. Oosh.